Welcome back to Like-Minded Arts. I'm Brent Lindstrom, and today we're going off topic just a little bit. So I felt like today would be a great day to show you my portable filmmaking kit. Now, this isn't my entire kit by no stretch of the imagination. That is going to fill up a whole bunch of space. Can't really carry it on my back like this, just too much. But what I do have here is what I use for almost all of my little 1-minute skits that you see in front of a lot of my videos. And this is something that I can take pretty much anywhere. This pack here weighs 45 pounds. I could go hiking with this thing for miles and miles. I used to go on long 50-mile backpacking trips with 50 to 80 pounds in my backpack. So 45 pounds, at least for me, that's pretty much nothing. So let's dive into this. I want to show you just kind of the simple stuff that I use for my setups, and maybe that'll help you guys if you guys are wanting to do something similar and just kind of get out. Maybe you want to just go in nature and maybe backpack up in the mountains, shoot a horror documentary up there or something. You know, you don't really need a whole lot. So let's dive into what I've got sitting on my back. Alright, so let's break this down. Get myself unbuckled here. Okay, so in this pack, I got a lot of different things. Keep it back here for you to see a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so let's start out with the main stuff. The camera, the gear. So first off, we're going to pull out our camera case. This is just something that came with one of the pieces of equipment I got. So in here, I have my Panasonic HCVX981. So yes, it's not your typical film camera, but it does have a semi-manual mode, and I can get a lot done with this. And the picture's pretty good. I also have a couple of attachments that I couldn't put on this, and I'll show you that in a minute. Got a few miscellaneous cords in here. Got my DJI for my cell phone. Oh, that's part of it. Alright, there we go. So this is another piece for my cell phone if I want to stick it on a tripod and just have it be static somewhere. So I use my cell phone and this a lot for when I'm just doing little skits or just simple quick things that I need to get done. It's a lot easier than setting up my actual camera with all the lenses and different things, so pretty easy to do. And in my smaller bag I have a couple of different microphones. These are lavs. So one of my favorites is this Hohem. Anyhow, it's orange, it's cool. Take this, slip it into the bottom of your phone, clip that on you. It's great. It also has a plug in here if you want to actually attach a lavalier microphone and hide it, then you can kind of clip this somewhere. The thing I like about this one is the audio in it sounds really good to me. I've had a couple of others, you know, portable ones that record with a little microphone. I think I had one by oh, I can't remember the name. I'll look it up and maybe I'll let you know. But this one, the sound comes out really good to me. I think it's got its own limiter in there so that it doesn't really have the clipping issues with you. I've had one or two times where it didn't quite function all that great, but for the most part, I really like this. And then when you close it up, it's recharging the lavs for you. Also in my bag, I have a Sennheiser lavalier here. So you've got the remote that you can stick on your back pocket, feed it up through, hide it however you need to. And then you can actually attach this into the hot shoe on your camera here. And it comes with it. Well, I don't know if it came with it. I might have had to get this separately. But you install that in there, then you can plug this into the mic jack here, and then you've got your own wireless lavalier setup for your camera. It's just super easy for on-the-go run and gun things. And the nice thing about that is you don't have to rely on the audio for this to make your recordings. And really, I wouldn't trust the audio on any of my cameras. I never do. It's just not that smart. Oh, another thing I do like about this camera, you can flip it around, podcast mode, or what do you call it, vlogging mode, whatever you want. So it's actually a really handy camera. I really am glad that I bought this one. Alright, comes with a few little dead cats for it. Anyhow, that's my main camera gear. Now when I come into here, I also have another very important piece, and I don't have a name for this yet. I think I did have one, but I forgot what it was. I never call it by it. But this is incredibly handy when you are just shooting by yourself. So what I will do is I actually have a tripod in here. I'll show you that in a minute, but I will set this guy up wherever I'm going to be filming and use this to get my color balance, my focus. Really helpful on focus if you're using manual focus. Really helpful for getting your lighting how you want it, because sometimes you just don't know what the lighting's going to be like on any given day or area, and you can actually spend a lot of time just shaping your light around it. So really, really love this thing. Okay, now I've got 3 of these. They're small rigs RC100Bs, and these are really nice because, you know, they're really small, they're compact, they're lightweight, they're quiet. I mean, they do have a little fan, but I've never noticed it in any of my videos. And they usually come with either a V pack or those little Sony battery things in there. I actually ended up putting a gold mount pack on the back of these so that, I mean, all of my batteries are gold mount. I just like to keep them in the same realm. That way I don't have 100 different kind of batteries floating out there. But I use my gold mounts on all my bigger film gear, so that just makes more sense to keep it all here. And that way, if I ever need to interchange things, it's really easy. I also have these guys that came with it, so I can either get my nice hard source in there, or I can add some modifiers to it. I do have my GoPro 360. I don't use this a whole lot because it's incredibly frustrating. I would really love to upgrade this to, there's a couple others out there, but I haven't had a whole lot of luck with GoPro lately. So, not my favorite 360 camera, but that's what I got for now, and I'm not spending any money on anything extra till I really, really need it. And then I've got my 5-in-1 reflector here, so that comes in really handy also. Next, let's look at my side bags here. So I actually have just a bunch of grip things. So if you need to mount a light somewhere, got a big huge magnetic thing here. You can pound that in somewhere, or you can just screw in something to the back side of there. I keep my clips in here. A few little adapters, more of those, some of these guys. I mean, you don't need a whole lot when you're just doing these little run and gun things, but sometimes these things come in handy. Let's see. On the other side, I keep my gold mount batteries. These are really handy, just plug them in. Really secure, really helpful. I mean, this thing's pretty darn bright too. You know, you turn these things on and I don't know if you can, let me just turn that up for you. Ooh, pretty bright, huh? I should not have done that, that hurts. But the nice thing about this, I'm going to close my eyes and maybe you can see it in the camera. I'm not sure yet. Or maybe, here, let's shine it on the wall here. Can you tell? So it also has the daylight, or it has the tungsten glow to it. So you can adjust that on these. They're bicolored. Really nice. Adjust the temperature on them, whatever you need. I really like these. I can hear a fan in there if I put my ear really close to it. Here I can't hear it even. That might just be me, and it might get louder, but really, really happy with this. Okay, so that does it for there. Now let's zip open the bottom. So this bag is not a film bag. It's not your standard film bag. I did not get this at B&H or Adorama. This is more of a hunting pack. It's made to hold guns and gear for when you're hiking up in the mountains. So it's got this compartment down here at the bottom that you can unzip. Normally you'd have your guns in here. However, I have my tripods. So I've got my K&F Concept right here. I actually really like this one. It's really handy. Just throw on your camera and you're ready to go. Adjusts great. I mean, you can put it all sorts of different angles. I think one of these actually detaches. Yeah, this one detaches, can become a monopod. I haven't really used it for that because I got a monopod that I like better. I can show you that later. But got a really good tripod there. This is the cheapo tripod. It's super light, probably made out of aluminum, probably not very thick aluminum, but this thing will go up to be as tall as I am, and can put my dummy on it. And it can either be low enough that it's sitting on the ground. I can put it sitting on a chair. I can have it standing up as tall as me. Super helpful. I really, it's been worth every penny, and since I bought it on AliExpress, it's a no-name brand thing, it was like a no-brainer. Just super cheap, super easy, super lightweight. Then I've got my Westcott light stands here. Now these things are light, but they're actually pretty durable too. And I mean, these things will go up as high as you need them to. I didn't measure them, but I think they're probably 7 feet. They're really great. Take my light, mount it on there. Done. Bam. So I've got 3 of those in here, one for each of my small rig lights. And then I also have my light modifiers here. So when I'm doing run and gun stuff, I don't want to be bringing a whole lot of soft boxes. I want lightweight, I want easy to use, and so I opted for umbrellas. And the nice thing is umbrellas are cheap. So I've got 3 different kind of umbrellas that I can fit in here. Got your clear umbrella. I think this one's a silver one. And then you've got your, there we go. Got your deeper dish one like this. So it's pretty easy. Just throw it on your light stand here. And you are ready for your shoot. Almost. Now let's just turn that on and see how that does for me. So we're outside, we're in daylight. It may not do a whole lot for what you're seeing. I've actually got it a little bit farther away. I could look at my dummy and see if he's got anything on here, but hey, I'm in the middle of filming. I'm not really going to pay much attention to that. But anyhow, I could also put one of these guys on one of those, give me some backlight. I'm competing with the sun, and these are small lights, so got to take it for what it is. So that's almost all of my gear right here, but I do have a few small pockets right here on the side. Just keeping little easy things in here. So I've got a little filter for this camera in there. In this one, I've got some rags. In this one, I've got my body tape for when you need to rig a lavalier lamp. That's pretty much it. I'm not really promoting any of these. You can rig out your kit as much as you want or as little as you want. But you know what? This has been a really helpful setup for me. I can take it pretty much anywhere. And honestly, sometimes I still need a few other things. Like, I try to keep 2 other things handy. Let me just grab them. They're off screen here. So sometimes I like to do a little green screen work or blue screen. So this is my, what is it, a 5x8 or a 4x8 or something like that. I think it's 5x8 by Impact. Green screen one side, blue screen the other. It's also got a white and a black sleeve that can go over it. So this has been handy on a couple of my skits. And this is one of my favorite tripod or monopods that I've got. It's got the mini tripod on the bottom so it can stand here. As you can see, it can come up pretty high. I'm on a bit of a sloped concrete surface right now, so it's not the best for this, but you can do some run and gun with this. It's also, this can unscrew right here, and I have some weights that I can put onto this so that if I am doing some run and gun work, I can have this weighted down and use it to kind of steady myself. But often how I'll use this is I will actually attach my phone to the top of it here. I'm not going to screw that all the way on. But I'll attach my phone to the top of this, and then I can have a 2-camera rig. So I'll put in the lav for that, or I'll just give myself this lav right here. Then I can have multiple things going at one time. 2-camera shoots are awesome. If some of my skits, like the one I did with the cake, the hollow cake, I used actually 3 cameras on that. I used this one, that one, then the one I'm recording on right now. And oftentimes if I'm using multiple people in a skit, like me and my wife, I'll use multiple cameras just to get better angles and less takes. It just makes it easier. But anyhow, that is my 45-pound go anywhere kit. And if you have any questions about any of this, just leave a comment in the notes below. But you know, you don't have to have the best cameras, you don't have to have the best gear. I do have good gear, but when you're out and about, you don't want to be lugging that all over the place. You just gotta have the bare minimum of what you need, and some of this might be even a little bit overkill, but it seems like whenever I do a little video skit or something, I end up using a whole bunch of these things, and you never know which one you're going to use. But hey, it all packs up tight. I can carry it on my back, throw it in my car, my truck, whatever. It's just easy. But anyhow, if any of this was super helpful to you, or if you enjoyed this, let me know by subscribing and leaving comments down below. And check out my website at lightmindedarts.com. My latest book is One for the Money, Two for the Soul. I've got another book that is coming out later this fall, I believe. It might come out a little bit later than that. I'm still waiting on 1 or 2 things to finish up. I've got the book all written, and I actually have the sequel to that one written. It's going to be like a 6-book series. But that's coming up soon, so stick around and let's make more movies together. I'll see you next time.